Well, it's Dick here with today's LifeApp, coming from the Kootenays again. Isn't this great? I enjoy this so much. And of course, thank you to Feature Productions. Steve and Chris doing a great job here. By the way, what's your website? featureproductions.ca. Is that correct? That's right. Let's go there and check it out, all right? Also, let your friends know about dickandjoan.com. Hey, I want to talk about being a leader of influence, and I'm reading from 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 2. Kind of interesting to remember that one. It's all 2, 2 Timothy 2:2. And the things you have heard from me among many witnesses, commit these to faithful men who will be able to teach others also. You know, very clear direction from Paul to really his protege, which was Timothy. He called him his son, although he wasn't literally his son. And he's saying to him, Timothy, teach certain men, you know, search out for faithful men who will be able to teach others. So he was really calling for a process of replication. You know, it's an interesting survey that was done by employees about the reasons for worker unrest. And here's what they came up with. This is the list. Number 1, failure to give credit for suggestions. Isn't that interesting? Number 2 was failure to correct grievances. You know, if there's an unresolved conflict in the workplace, if you as a leader or the businessman or whatever your position, you're the supervisor, you fail to correct it, you cause great unrest in the days that follow. Failure to encourage. You know, it's interesting, money hasn't come up yet in this list. Criticizing workers in front of other people. You know, I've always said that praise should be done publicly, but criticism done privately. Failure to ask workers for their opinion. And the 6th, failure to inform employees of their progress. You know, I've actually seen this where employees feel so insecure because they don't know where they stand with the company. They don't know if they're in good standing with the... Sometimes I've talked to people in counseling and they've said to me, oh, I'm going to lose my job and I don't know, I'm going to be canned and this and that and the other thing. And then actually when they do go and talk to the supervisor or whoever it is, to discover that they think they're the best employee ever. The sad thing there is this information needs to be communicated regularly in the form of encouragement. And favoritism. You know, that's an interesting one. Showing favoritism instead of being fair and being objective with that fairness to all your employees or whoever it is, your volunteers, whatever it is that you're doing. Isn't that interesting that in that list there are 7 of them and money didn't come up? And another survey of USA workers said 85% said they could work harder on the job if it was in the right environment. Obviously those earlier things. You know, we need to learn to become greater at what we do and influencers in a greater way. You know, we think, every one of us thinks that our circumstances are the most unique. And but really, to be a success in terms of influence, we need to be able to see from the other person's eyes. And this is what this is saying. We need to give credit where credit is due. We need to correct things if things are not corrected properly. Grievances that are left undone will be the foxes, as the scripture says, that spoil the vine. You know, there are about 4 different types of people in the workplace. Here's what I suggest you be. Number 4, of course. There are those who always do less than they're told. There are those who do what they are told, but no more. Then there are those who will do things without being told. That's great. And then there are those who will inspire others to do things as well. That's the level we want to get to, the level of influence. So today's Life App, take the opportunity, the charge of Scripture, to become an influencer, to change your workplace for the better.